Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I would like to tell you about my presentation. The title is The Role of Surfactant in CNT Modification to Enhance Photocatalyst Performance of TiO2 CNT Composite on Phenol Degradation. Let me introduce myself. My name is Desi Heltina. I come from Riau University at Pekanbaru. The negative impact of industry is producing waste. One of them is phenol waste. Phenol is dangerous type of industrial waste. Phenol can be found in waste from various industry such as polymer, plastic, pulp and paper, and textile industry. The past few years, photocatalyst process has become the choice in degrading waste compounds such as phenol because it is a process that can degrade phenol to CO2 and water. The material photocatalyzed, one of them is titanium dioxide. Titanium dioxide have character are stable, low cost, non-toxic, has absorption in the UV light region and degrade organic compounds. However, the TiO2 have weak such low surface area and recommendation to overcome this problem. CNT can be counted to enhance performance of titanium dioxide because CNT have large surface area, have electron transfer and low level of solubility CNT. Studies show that there are weaknesses in TiO2 CNT composites such as low CNT solubility levels. CTAB is type of cationic surfactant that is widely used to increase the stability of CNTs in solution. This is a mechanism, photocatalyst mechanism TiO2 and CNT. The material and method. Material using TiO2, MWCNT, aqueous, nitric acid, and CTAB. Research method. The first CNT modification using surfactant of CTAB. The second, synthesis of TiO2 CNT composite with modified CNT, and last performance test of TiO2 CNT composite with modified CNT for phenol degradation. Diagram, this is to show obtain CNT modified CTAB, and diagram, this is so to synthesis of the O2 CNT composite with modified CNT. Okay, the performance test of TiO2 CNT composite with modified CNT for phenol degradation have the variable concentration phenol and degradation temperature. Performance test using the reactor photo degradation. Result and discussion. The characteristics same of the TiO2 CNT composite with modified CNT. You can see the picture CNT, CTAB, and TiO2. This look TiO2 particles are well distributed distributed among the CNT, and there are some particles of TiO2 get read together to form small group. The spread of CNT is not clearly visible because of the small amount of CNT than TiO2. Even the distribution of particles showed that synthesis of TiO2 CNT composite with modified CNT using CTAB was successful. The characteristic BET show that the surface area for photocatalyst material, you can see the table, the several material photocatalyzed TiO2 CNT and TiO2 CNT have the surface area. The composite TiO2 CNT with modified CNT using CTAB have the surface area 84.75 square meter per gram. This is a characteristic FTIR TiO2 CNT composite with modified. The peak of the TiO2 and the peak is the CNT. The peak is the TiO2 CNT safety AB have the peak indicate a functional group. Composite form at wavelength below 798, which is an indicate of the peak of TiO-TE and TiO-C bond. From the XRD analysis, the feature, you can see the anatase and rutyl and the carbon. From the XRD analysis, the crystal size of TiO-CNT composite with modified CNT using CTAB was obtained using the Scherrer equation. The crystal size and crystal fraction for anatase rutyl have the crystal size. The figure show that the percentage of degradation of phenol has decreased with increase in the initial concentration of phenol. The figure show the percentage degradation to concentration of phenol and temperature of degradation at the variation of concentration show that concentration at 10 ppm, so that percentage degradation higher than 20 and 30 ppm. At variation on temperature of degradation, so the temperature of degradation 50 degrees Celsius higher than 30 and 40 degrees Celsius. The picture shows that compare TiO2 CNT modified CNT composite from the other material for degradation of phenol. The CNT TiO2 have percentage degradation highest among all is 98.75%. The finally is my result. The TiO2 CNT composite with modified CNT using surfactant CTAB photocatalyzed material has been successful synthesized. The effectivity of the performance of photocatalyzed material composite was influenced by crystallinity, morphology, and function group. And the high gas performance effectiveness of photocatalyzed material composite for degrading phenol was obtained on phenol concentration 10 ppm and degradation temperature at 50 degrees Celsius was 98.74%. Okay, thank you Des, for attention.